Hey Doc, welcome to the special online training. This has recently been updated so that you will know everything that you need to be doing for 2016. And I certainly appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me here. And honestly, I think your bank account and your practice will thank you as well. But they will only thank you if you actually pay attention to what I have to cover. So now is a good time to close your Facebook page, close out of Twitter. You know, those tweets are going to be there. Shut down Skype, Messenger, whatever you're on, your email. Put your phone away as well. All right, if you want this training to be effective for you, you need to give it your full attention. Right? You don't give it much attention, don't expect much back in return, and there's not much else I can do for you. Is that fair enough? All right, so here's what we're going to cover in this training. This training is about getting your virtual endorsement from Google so that you can get new patients from the internet. All right, and that big bold promise, right, about it. But I'm going to walk you step by step through the exact things you absolutely need to be doing today to get your virtual endorsement from Google, so then you can turn around and get new patients from the internet. And I'm not just talking about creating a website, you know, having a web presence. I'm talking about showing up in the search when prospects are searching for your services. And I'm talking about you getting 8, 10, 15, even 25 new patients every month, all because Google has virtually endorsed you instead of your competitor. All right, so now let me be transparent as well, really transparent with you. I'm not going to try and convince you that you need to be using these strategies, because the truth is you either see what's happening online or you don't. All right, I refuse to sell you on the idea that the internet is evolving and that your practice must evolve as well if you want to thrive. But you have to know how to play by Google's rules, or really you risk getting buried into oblivion. Now, here's also how my trainings work. I deliver 100% content. I tell you exactly what you need to do so that then when this training is over, you can go out and take some immediate action on it. All right. Without that action, all of this information here is useless. All right. Google's not going to give you an endorsement without some work. And here's what I know about that too. 10% of the chiropractors on this training will do everything I show them. You're going to do a phenomenal job. They're going to get more new patients. 10% will have me do everything for them. All right. When you do that, you'll have a lot more free time to enjoy your family, friends, and hobbies, and you'll get more new patients in your office. But here is the sad statistic. It makes me cringe. All right. 80% of the chiropractors on this training will do absolutely nothing, and nothing will change for them. All right. So I just pray you're in the 20%, because I want things to change for you. I want your practice to grow. I want your bank account to grow. I want you to have more time with your family, because you're getting new patients from the internet on autopilot. They're always looking for you, all because of this virtual endorsement from Google. All right. I share all this for free, and I only make money when you want me to do it all for you. All right. Is that transparent enough for you about my motives with this training? But whatever you choose, it's your choice. We all make the choice that fits us best. So let's get this rolling. Television, magazine, radio, newspaper, all the other things, they've all plummeted by double digits in the last few years. And I think most chiropractors realize that the market has gone online to the internet over the years. The problem is most can't figure out how to get a return online. It's very difficult if you don't know what you're doing and you don't keep up with the constant changes. I think that's one of the biggest factors. So how do you make a splash then online when it comes to getting these new patients? Right? To me, the easiest and most effective marketing you can do is inbound marketing. And so what inbound marketing is, is attracting someone that is currently looking for your services, all right? They already want what you have. And compare that then to outbound marketing, is going out and soliciting someone and trying to convince them they need your service. All right, so which one do you think is more effective and more efficient? Yeah, it's inbound marketing. When someone already wants what you have, then you simply show up where they're looking and you look better than your competitor, you win. All right, so that's pretty easy, right? Show up when customers are looking and get them to choose you over your competitor. And so if you're asking why Google, well, that's pretty simple. Google gets nearly 70% of all the searches on the internet. All right, they are the biggest and the baddest. And Google puts, especially over the last couple of years, a crazy amount of emphasis on local business, and that's you as a practice. So you want to go where your prospective patients are already searching and be there to show up, and that's Google. Let me show you this here. It's the results of a survey. You're going to notice as well as I talk about this survey here that my strategies are based on statistics. I am, some would say, pretty opinionated, but only results will make you more money. So I base my strategies around results. But if you look at this, people were asked, does seeing a company listed at the top of a search make you think that company is a leader in its field? And 39% of those people said yes. So being number one in the search gives you more credibility. Now, how do you go about getting the number one spot in Google? Well, there's really three ways, because there's kind of three number ones in a Google search. Number one, you can buy your way there. All right, you can do that doing pay-per-click ads. And that's the listings here that I'm showing you with these percentages. Here's the stats though on this number one spot. If you look at it at the top, you'll get roughly 11% of all the clicks from any given search. All right, so if you have 1,000 patients a month searching for your services, roughly 110 of those people will click on that top paid ad. All right, now that's a pretty good number, right? You pay every time someone clicks on that ad, that's a pay-per-click. And if your website and your pages convert well, you can be successful with pay-per-click. Now, the other two number ones, you have to work to get them. You can't just pay to be there. So let me explain these other two types. One is your traditional organic listing in Google. That's a non-paid listing, and that's the chiropractor with the best SEO wins. And for that too, if you're not familiar with SEO, it stands for search engine optimization. This simply means that when someone searches for a term on the internet, the chiropractor in the category they're looking for with the best SEO wins, and they show up at the top of Google. So if you show up there, that's the next one here in green, you're going to get about 3% of those clicks. You can see actually for the first two ones there. That's not a very big number when it comes to the amount of work that it takes to get there. Right? Now that is the old way of ranking in Google for chiropractors. And I'm not saying it's not beneficial. I'm saying there's something out there that crushes it. All right, so do you want to see that final number one? This way of ranking number one is more powerful than the first two ways combined. And I'm not talking about by a little bit here. I'm talking about by a mile. I mean, it simply blows them away. So the third way here, it's called Google My Business, all right? This used to be Google Maps. They're kind of shifting back here just actually recently. Then it changed to Google Places, then Google Plus Local. Now it's Google My Business, which again, at the end of the day, they're calling it something different. It's Google Maps, all right? But statistically speaking, again, not my opinion, statistically, here it is. If you're in the top listings in Google My Business, your practice grows because you get 39% of all the clicks, all right? Statistical fact based on stuff that's out there, the results. So take a look at the screen right here. Tell me, where do you want to be listed? Do you want to have the number one website listed down in the 3%? Do you want to be the number one listed in the paid listings? All right, 11%, not a bad spot. You can use paid listings to get more clicks and scale your efforts. But it's really clear. You want to be right there on the maps, that number one spot, the 39%. All right, like I mentioned earlier, when you're number one in that spot, it's like Google endorsing you because your prospects feel like you're a leader. And that means you have instant credibility. So listen close. A lot of things out there, a lot of marketing options and strategies. I don't care how good you are at Facebook, Twitter, or any other social media. I don't care how good your website and blogging are. You will never beat Google My Business search for inbound marketing. All right, hands down. So let me prove to you why Google My Business is so important. I grabbed a heat map, and a heat map here that you're looking at is simply a map that actually shows exactly where people look. Look at where everyone's eyes are. Do you see this? That sunburst area is where people are looking. That's the number one spot on Google My Business. It's the maps area. All right, this is just a different view of it than what we just looked at. So I'm going to ask you again, where do you want to be? Do you see how clear this is and why Google My Business is a huge shift in the marketplace for your practice? And this shift actually started about 4 years ago, maybe 5, and it's evolved, and it's only getting bigger for local business. All right, the clients that started with me when Maps first rolled out, those clients are in the driver's seat right now. So follow along here, take the steps, or have me do it for you. And understand this here too. Big thing to catch on. Google My Business is a local marketing strategy. Listen to that word, local. That's you. It's not a national or a global strategy. All right, just about everyone else is trying to get your website ranked, and they don't even know that your Google My Business page has so much more value. All right? They're stuck on outdated ranking that doesn't work in the local marketing landscape. You have to think local, not national and global. So here's what it looks like. If you want your phone ringing, you need to be in that top spot in the Google My Business pages, because you get 39% of the clicks from a search, and that's more than all the organic and the top paid combined. Simple enough? All right, so here's your strategy. Insider secrets here. Step 1, you need to go claim and optimize your Google My Business listing. All right. Google is the biggest aggregator of information on the planet. All right. And what they've done is they've given you a listing on Google My Business absolutely free of charge. They want people coming to Google, and by doing that, they give you a page. So you need to go claim that listing, and you need to verify the listing. All right? Then you make sure you fill out every piece of information possible in that listing. The more content you add to the listing, the better you will be. All right? Google likes a complete listing. I hate to share this story, but I actually had a chiropractor complain just the other day about all the work that someone is doing for him and his practice and his SEO, and he wasn't ranking. And so I took a look at his Google listing and found that no one had ever claimed or verified his listing. All right, it's no wonder he wasn't ranking. You must take this step first. All right, first step, claim and optimize your local listing. Next thing you need to do, start out with a good foundational keyword analysis and competitive research. So when you do a keyword research and you actually look at the words, you can combine then different keywords together so you can rank not just for 1 or 2 keywords, but 5, 10, even 15 different keywords on a single page by crafting the words together, all right? So start by finding out what your patients are actually searching for, and really the easiest way, you can use Google's free keyword tool to find out what kind of numbers in your area, what people are searching for. You'll often find that the words you and I use aren't the same words that your prospects and your patients are using, all right? You can also, if you're in a small area, sometimes it doesn't give you a great search. So what you can do then is search for a bigger city, and they're going to give you those words, and proportionately, it's going to give you a really good idea what those numbers are. But really, there's the same words in every market. It's just your town versus another town. The words all fall the same. All right, so do this once, do it really accurately, find out what those words are. If you don't do this part up front, you can do all the other work I'm going to show you, and it won't work like it's supposed to. All right, take the time, make sure you get your keyword research done correctly so that you're effective through the rest of these strategies. Now, the next thing you want to do is optimize your practice website. All right, you take the keywords that you discovered in your research, and then you, like I said, you carefully craft them into the words on your website. You put them together in different ways and different sentences. That way your website is relevant to the content that your prospect is looking for. Because Google wants to see relevant keywords on your website. That's the website that's going to be attached to your Google My Business listing. Okay, make sure that's accurate as well. And like I said, you don't want to try and cram all your keywords into your homepage. Make sure that your top few keywords are on there. Some of your secondary keywords, all of those need to be on the homepage, crafted in there so that you have some content on there. All right, this optimization for your on page on your website should include, when you look at things like your title tags, your meta tags should have a sitemap, different things like those lines. If you're new to SEO, you might have to look up a few of those terms and dig a little bit deeper. This is similar then to this on page, what you did when you filled out your entire Google listing. You should be using your keywords and optimizing the listing with the images, okay? This is part of how Google determines where you will rank when someone searches for one of your keywords. Google goes into your Google My Business listing. It looks at your name, your address, and your phone number. And you also put your website in the listing, right? So what does it do? Google grabs your URL, goes to your website, it looks around for the keyword. It sees the keyword here, it says, okay, there's the keyword that this person's looking for. So this listing matches what the prospect wants. Now you have a chance of getting promoted to the top. All right, that's the first thing that happens. So for starters, any aha moments right here about Google and why your competitors are ranking and you don't? It's because you haven't claimed and verified your listing and you haven't properly optimized your website. Now, before I go any further too, I should teach you a couple of phrases, and this is real important. First phrase is on-page optimization. When I say that, I'm simply talking about the words that are on the page of a website when you go to it. All right, and that's not just your home page, but all your pages. It's also on your Google My Business page, the words on the pages of your directories, the words on your videos. It's the words on the page itself. Now, when I say off-page optimization, I'm talking about anything that we optimize that's not on the page. Now, this is great. Off-page optimization are all the things related to your website and Google My Business listing that affect the rankings. All right, this includes citations and backlinks and all the other stuff that points back to your listings and website. All right. So when I say on-page optimization, those are the words on the page, and off-page optimization is basically everything else. And it's cool and strange because on-page optimization on one website can actually be off-page optimization for another website or listing. All right. Now, I already mentioned the word once, but this other term that you really need to know, because it's the foundation of all your Google business pages, your maps listing, and it's called a citation. A citation is simply the name, address, and phone number on your Google My Business listing, all right? So that is your practice name, your practice address, and your practice phone number. Line for line, word for word, dot for dot. Don't ever mess it up. So when I say the word citation, that means name, address, and phone number. And once you put it in your Google listing, everything else should match that listing exactly. All right, now let me give you a quick backdrop on this. If you're new to SEO and obviously to maps here, the way most people try and rank in Google is they get more backlinks than the next guy. And a backlink is simply a link from another website to your website, right? And that's kind of like a vote. If you have 1,000 backlinks, you have 1,000 votes. And if your competition has 100 backlinks to their site, they only have 100 votes, right? So who wins that? If you have 1,000 and they have 100, you win. You rank higher than them most of the time. But if your competition has 2,000, you only have 1,000, then your competition ranks higher. Now, there are also high quality backlinks, which you should really focus on in, I'll get to, in a local strategy that are worth more. So it's not always about the number of backlinks, but it's also about the power and the quality of the backlinks. All right. Some of those links count as more votes. That's traditional SEO. In Google My Business and the maps, what we're talking about, there are no backlinks. Google My Business uses your citation, your name, address, and phone number, remember, as a vote. So what Google does when someone does a search for your services is Google looks all over the internet for your name, address, and phone number in that order. And when Google sees your name, address, phone number in Bing and City Search and Yellow Pages, there's hundreds of other places, Google counts it just like a backlink for your Google My Business listing. So the more citations you have out there, the more Google looks at your listing as an authority. All right, so does that make sense? When Google goes to your Google My Business listing, does it see your top keywords on the listing? Does Google see lots of citations on the main local listing sites? Those are your votes. Then Google goes to your website. Do they see your keywords on your homepage that the person's looking for? And then Google looks for the backlinks. Like I said, we'll talk about those. Do you have more backlinks than your competitor? Do you have higher quality backlinks from authority sites? And do you have relative backlinks? All right. And that right there is why your competitors rank and you don't. And sadly, some of them are doing it by accident. And so it's real easy to knock them off if they are ranking higher than you. All right. So the next thing you want to do is claim and optimize your local directories. All right. I just mentioned these. When I say local directories, I'm talking about City Search, Yellow Pages, hundreds of others, because Google wants that citation. So take all the information exactly the way you have it in your Google My Business listing and put it in all those local directories. It's the exact same information, right? It's critical, I can't say this enough, that you get these votes for your listings. Now, as a nice bonus with this as well, when you follow these strategies, you can often get these local directories ranked on the first page of Google above your competitor's regular website. All right, so those are only small percentages, but those additional clicks to your information on your website are a bonus, and you often get a few extra new patients every month just from having those listings and following the strategies. All right, we're really just treating Google like a VIP customer here. All right, we're giving them the first-class content experience that they're looking for, giving them value, and in return, they're going to promote you to the top, giving you that coveted virtual endorsement so you get more new patients. All right. Now, and as a part of that first-class content experience, the next thing you want to do is video marketing. All right. You can add videos to your very own YouTube channel when Google sees more content. And of course, Google loves content. They're a content machine. So you want to make sure that you use your keywords to properly optimize your videos as well. So put the keywords in the title, some in the description. Make sure you title the video. Big mistake that I see is a number.mov. Use the keywords, title the video before you even upload it. Save it on your computer with those keywords. You want to use the keywords everywhere, because Google's going to do the same thing. They'll find the video, they'll look for the citation, the name, address, and phone number, right? You're going to put your website in the description, so Google will go look at your website for a match. They'll see your keywords, then they'll look for backlinks, and when all that looks good, they see you as an authority and you rank higher. And Google owns YouTube, and YouTube has a high PR rank, so it's an authority site, all right? And once again, I have clients that we get their YouTube videos ranked on the first page as well. All right, so how big is that? Get a few more percentage of those clicks coming to your properties. That's a big thing. Now, people ask me too, what kind of videos? The easiest and the best videos to use in your listings all over the place are real life case studies and testimonials. All right, you can start getting those and uploading those today. Simple enough. All right, from there, we move on. Got pictures. And picture marketing is really the same as video marketing. Make sure you optimize your pictures before you upload them to your listings. And all the other picture marketing properties, get those out there. You got Pinterest, you got Instagram, are probably the top two. There's other places, Flickr, that you can go to as well. You want to title the picture first, like I said, to reflect your keywords and the categories in your Google My Business listing. All right. Like I said, Google sees everything. They even see the title of the photos, the things that go into it. Now, after you got that set up, you move on to what is becoming just as important as getting ranked number one. I have to say this. I have some of my clients that use this as their entire marketing strategy, and that's online reviews. And I'm going to spend here a decent amount of time on reviews because, like I said, I can't tell you how important reviews can be for your practice. You can do all the other things right, and if you mess up on reviews, then that's kind of the good luck of getting a conversion, getting people to even pick up the phone and call you, even if you rank well. So let me ask you a real quick question here. If 3 services are virtually identical, Service A has 4 good reviews and 2 bad reviews. Service B has no reviews at all, and then Service C has 6 5-star reviews. Which one of those do you choose? Well, it's kind of obvious, right? You choose number C because we all understand that it's literally just part of our culture here, whether you're looking at a rating on a TV show or a movie or a restaurant that you want to go to. These 5 stars, they're like a huge billboard saying, I'm the right company for you to choose. So it's real obvious that it's Service C that you would choose here. Now, let me ask you another question. Do you want more patients that are 18 to 34 years old? All right, is this the type of patient that you would like in your office? That's a big fat yes for most chiropractors. Well, look at this. 97% of consumers that are age 18 to 34 years old read online reviews to judge a local business. All right, that's that particular generation, and that's almost 100% there. That's a big number. When they pulled all the generations, it was still 92%, 9 out of 10 people. So reputation in the last 12 months, it's completely changed. All right, so you can see that now the game of online marketing has changed to really focus on reputation first for a business when they're online. But this goes even deeper. All right, we did a case study, asked hundreds of focus group participants. If you were searching for a business, who would you call first? Would you call the person with the best reputation, the cheapest offer, or the one that showed up at the top, which we've been talking about? And what we found was astonishing. In the last 12 months, everything has shifted to favor the businesses that have 5-star reviews, not the businesses that offer the cheapest service, and not the businesses that came up first. Now, for most, that's a big change, isn't it? Because I'm just talking about the number one. From what we've been told about the whole ranking, SEO, and PPC, it's the most reputable. So what do you think happens when you combine number one with someone looking for the 5-star reviews? It gets even bigger, doesn't it? Well, let me ask you this. How many reviews then, based off this information, do you think someone needs to find before they actually make a decision to call you? All right, so how many reviews do you think a consumer, a prospective patient, looks for before taking action? 10 reviews. All right, so if you don't have 10 reviews showing up on your website, 10 reviews on your Google Plus or your Yelp, any of these other types of major directories, what do you think they're going to do? Well, they might not pick up the phone and call, and they'll go look at the next business. All right, this aligns really brilliantly about the trust factor, and trust really, based on these things, is the new currency of online marketing. Now, how many 5-star reviews do you think a business needs before you can be trusted? Well, it's 6 to 10. So literally, if you don't have 6 5-star reviews, the people out there that are looking for your services, they're looking for a chiropractor, simply have a subconscious thought that says, you know, I can't really trust this doctor. No one is engaging them. No one's leaving reviews about them. If they really were a good chiropractor, their patients would be raving about them online. And I just don't see that type of reputation online. That's what they're thinking subconsciously. All right. Now, what's even more crazy is what happened with reputation marketing and referrals. All right. So we asked over 300 people in this focus group, after being referred to a business, what do you do next? 87% said they go online. So now let me ask you, is referral marketing now online marketing? Or do you think it's still one-to-one? What do you think? Is it online marketing or is it still offline? Yeah, in the last 12 months here, everything has changed to go online. It's both. It's really not one or the other. It's both. Then we ask a more important question. After being referred to a business, someone said, hey, go see this chiropractor. What do you do next? They go online. We discovered that. we wanted to figure out then, when they go online, what do they do? What do they go for? The majority look for online reviews and ratings first, all right? Even after they've been referred. So you can see no matter where we go right now, all the stats are coming in that the market has shifted to reputation. As a matter of fact, there's a study done here, Berkeley University, over 300 businesses, and here's what they found. If you can just increase a half-star rating online, you can increase a business by 19%. Would you like to increase your practice by 19%? All you have to do is make sure that you're building your reputation online. If you're not saying, yeah, you got something wrong, you're in the wrong place here, all right? What about a bigger shift that's happening that your competition doesn't know about yet? All right. But first I want to ask you, what's the most powerful marketing for the last 100 years? I think if you were to ask anyone, whenever you're taught anything about marketing in your practice, we're always taught the best type of marketing is what? Word of mouth, right? Or referral marketing. So I'm going to break this down here for a little bit, what I did. So that you can see the power of referral marketing, but more important, the power of review marketing as well. Because with referral marketing versus review marketing, referral marketing is one-to-one, right? It's very private, right? It's one person talking to another person, and it's kind of finite. When that person refers you, that referral doesn't keep on going. It stops at that one person. Unless that one person, of course, decides to refer to you again, and that referral's not really an asset. It's considered goodwill, but you can't quantify it whatsoever. You can't measure it. It's very difficult. Now, let's compare that with review marketing and what we're doing and helping you with here on this to get these referrals. When someone leaves a review online, it's not one-to-one. It's like one to thousands because it's out there for everyone to see. And as a matter of fact, it's not private, right? It's public. It's not finite. It's perpetual. It's forever. It keeps going. When that review goes online, it's there for as long as it's there. Day after day, month after month, year after year, it's marketing to you 24 hours a day. All right? Someone shows up at 1 o'clock in the morning needing a service. That marketing's there. That review is there to market for you. So it's really a company asset. All right. If you ever decide to sell your practice, you could physically measure the value of your review marketing online based on your reputation score across the board. So let me ask you, in the last 100 years, if referral marketing is the most powerful, do you think that compares to review marketing? Which one of those do you think looks better right now at this point? See, the key is that the referral marketing has gone online to transform to what we call review marketing now, because a review is a public referral. All right, let me say that again. A review online is a public referral. So let me ask you, which one is more valuable? Which one is more powerful? And you should be yelling right now to answer out loud to yourself, all right? And it's both, and we call that reputation marketing. All right, so I could talk about reputation and social proof for hours. I hope you see how very important online reviews and reputation really are. But we got to keep moving on through this training, all right? Let's move on to the next step in this virtual endorsement process. So next thing you want to do after really putting some attention into your reputation is you want to backlink 3 areas: your videos, your website, and your top local directories. All right. Now, when it comes to backlinking, I love to use article marketing as a source for backlinks. There are so many things in the health and, I hate to say it, the sickness arena that lead back to chiropractic. You simply write an original content article that's relevant, again, to those keywords, and then you submit it to thousands of article directories and blogs on the internet. All right, and when it gets accepted, you get a backlink. All right, just make sure, like I said, your content is original. Make sure it's relevant. Another great way to backlink is to create new video testimonials. I talked about this on a regular basis. Then you can upload those not just to YouTube, but to all the different video sharing sites on the internet. Simply put your website in the description. When your video is accepted, you can put your citation in there as well. You get another backlink, you get another citation. Now, like I mentioned in my reputation rant, you should also share these on your social sites like Facebook and everything else. All right. You can use both of those strategies, like I said, for backlinks and citations as well, because you need to keep getting those citations and backlinks as long as you want to stay ranked. You need to keep getting votes, right? The voting doesn't end at the election year. You need to keep getting your votes, because if your competitor gets more votes, they bump you out of that top spot. You can also get your information on what's called Web 2.0 properties, all right? There are some really great high profile and authority properties that you can get onto that's going to give you a nice backlink and a vote for your website, your videos, and your directories. You can hit the social bookmark websites as well, all right? There's a number of other backlink sources. Just remember, with backlinks for local businesses, for you, for your practice, you generally don't need thousands of backlinks a month, all right? If you can get 100 or so good backlinks each month, you're probably going to be in good shape, all right? Now you're going to have to, check out your competition. You're going to have to find out what they got going on and go from there. But it's not about getting thousands and thousands of backlinks, which most, again, on that national and global ranking, think that you need to go, all right? Now here's a quick warning too about backlinks. There's plenty of places online that would be happy to sell you bunches and bunches and thousands of backlinks. Don't buy into it. The quickest way to get blacklisted and then kind of de-indexed and lose your rankings forever by Google is by doing that, is by getting really shady links and all these other things. Get your backlinks through legitimate means. Stay clean with Google, all right? Remember, we're treating them like a VIP. We're not going to give them trashy stuff. And let me just back up for a moment here. Here's what I felt when I was growing my 3 practices that I had, even when I went from practice to consulting, because I would attend webinars, I would go to trainings, I would fly into weekend seminars. I'm sure you've done all those. I had all this really good stuff, all right? And then when I got home, I had a box full of like puzzle pieces, which is fine. I'd go in, I'd kind of grab a piece from a webinar, I'd grab a different piece from this an online training or a seminar, and I'd try and put it all together. And it was difficult. I was always missing the picture of the actual puzzle itself. So I didn't know where the pieces went. And for some of you, you've never seen the picture on the box of what your online marketing should look like for your practice. All right, so for the first time, that's what I'm showing you right now. This screen is exactly what the picture of your online marketing should look like. You do this, you're going to dominate your area. All right, you're going to dominate the top of Google no matter where you are, no matter what city you're in, and no matter what state you're in. All right, not only are you going to dominate the top, but you're going to have your reputation so that people actually choose you, because we saw how important reputation was. And as far as people choosing you, so you rank and you get conversions. All right, you're going to end up probably ranking your website. You're going to rank your videos. You're going to rank your directories at the top of Google. All right, because you're just giving Google that first-class content experience. Everything's pointing back to you. All right, this is the power of Google My Business, and so few chiropractors are actually doing it. All right. So right now, you know how to rank at the top of Google, and you know how to get someone to choose you as well. All right, so let me show you here. I grabbed one of my members. This is phone tracking that they have set up on theirs. And this one is a city of about 225,000 people. All right, look at this though. This is for 1 month, and this is 91 phone calls. All right, 91 calls in 1 month from the Google My Business marketing strategies I just showed you. Here's a picture of their 3-month deal. So it's not just a flash in the pan, 1 month, 338 phone calls from the strategies we just went through. All right. Now, let me remind you again, these calls right here is all through call tracking only from the Google My Business marketing we do for this client. This doesn't include any phone calls coming from other marketing sources. Now, here's another one, because again, it's not just one person that we got really lucky with. This one actually is a much smaller city too. This one's like 55,000. He got 70 phone calls in 1 month. And here's his 3-month, 181 phone calls from these strategies. All right, now, most chiropractors wouldn't know what to do with that many phone calls. And I should too, because that's a lot of phone calls. Let me give you a disclaimer and be transparent with you as well. These are well established, all right? Don't think that you're going to get 50 to 100 phone calls the first month that you do this, right? It depends on how close you are to number one right now. It's going to depend on your reputation that's out there right now. It's going to depend on how much you implement, how quickly. Some of these strategies take a little bit of time to implement correctly, right? And remember, don't ever, just like with the backlinks, don't ever let anyone guarantee you they're going to run you to the top in the first 30 days and slam you to the top of Google, because that's a fast way to get blacklisted by Google. I would rather you guys not make money right up front, but be there for the long term by doing it the right way over a little bit of time, by giving Google that first-class content experience. All right, so that's some big numbers here. These are established accounts, but they're not huge cities. They're not huge areas, all right? This is very doable stuff for you. So at this point, you have 4 choices that you can go through. Number one, you can tell me you're not going to do any of this. You can leave the training. You can go on about your day. You can do nothing. Nothing's going to change for you. That'll be your choice. I'm sure there's chiropractors who have already left the training and are well on their way to looking for the next shiny object. That's okay. That's your choice. Number 2, you can do all this yourself. All right. Personally, I don't think it's the best use of your time. All right. You're looking, 10, 12 hours a week to get everything done, not to mention any of the costs associated with it. I also think that you'd not so much enjoy the learning curve that comes with it, or keeping up. Again, I said the biggest thing is keeping up with the regular changes that Google goes through. Number 3 option, you can find your own outsourcers, through Upwork, through Odesk, through Fiverr. You can take them, then you can manage the day-to-day for all these strategies getting done. All right, now this certainly is better than option number 1 and number 2, but I think you'd get awfully tired of managing a half a dozen outsourcers and making sure that they're following your instructions correctly. All right, all of this on top of while you're running your regular practice. Now, again, don't get me wrong. You can do all this stuff my team does. You're smart. If you want to learn all this stuff and do it, you certainly can. Here's the difference. My team does this every day. I've had a team in place for over 4 years. I give them things. They know exactly what to do with it. They're well trained and they keep up with the changes that go, right? Now, I've been doing this since the inception of Google Maps. I've been through all the transition to places through Google Plus Local, moving in here to Google My Business. This is what I do, keeping up with the strategy, and I have a team in place that keeps up with the individual components. So this is not brain damage for what I do. And so that brings me to option number 4. You can put your Google My Business building into my hands with my nonstop patient formula. All right, you can have me do it all for you. And to be honest, I think that is your best option. And it's not because I get paid. I just think the best use of your time is running your practice. It's not optimizing videos and pictures. It's not managing your online directories, not creating citations each week. It's not trying to get the quality and the relevant backlinks each and every week. And it's certainly not trying to keep up with the changes Google and the online space goes through every single month. All right, so if you're saying to yourself, I know I need to get all this done, which if you're still here, you know you need to get it done. You know you need this virtual endorsement from Google if you want to survive the online world. It's all going there. But you know you really don't want to spend your free time doing online marketing, that you'd rather have me do it for you so that you know it's getting done correctly, so that you can spend more time with your family, your hobbies, and your friends. Well, then stick around, because let me show you what I do for my current nonstop patient formula members. All right. So depending on the status of your Google My Business listing, I either create that for you or I claim it, right? And then again, we need to optimize it. We need to fill it out completely. I do all that for you. I handle your keyword research and your competitive analysis. Like I mentioned early on, this is the foundation of getting your new patients. If you get this part wrong, all the other stuff can be time wasted. All right, you're going to be showing up in Google for keywords that don't get the search you're looking for. All right, it's not relevant to you, or you just flat out won't show up at all. I'm going to handle your citations. And remember how I told you that a citation is like a vote for your Google My Business listing. All right, I'll get you new votes on a regular basis so you stay ahead of your competitor. Like I said, even if it's not an election year, you still need the votes. You got to have them. All right, I'm going to handle your picture marketing. Each one, I'm going to perfectly optimize them for your top keywords. I'll optimize your videos. Man, I talk about this a lot. Videos, they're just such a phenomenal way to give your Google My Business listing authority with Google. All right, Google owns YouTube, so having optimized videos increases your ranking. All right, I will even create and optimize. If you don't have one already, I'll create and optimize a YouTube channel for you. If you do have one, I'm going to review it. I'll optimize it for you, get it set up so it's so that sometimes even your YouTube channel will show up in the search rankings. How about that? You'll also get what's called my custom safe, can't say that word enough, safe linking service included as well. We're not going to just go out and get nasty backlinks. We're going to get quality backlinks for your directories, your videos, your pages. They're all backlinked gradually instead of immediately, so you don't get banned by Google. Remember, don't let anyone try and smash you straight to the top. It may work in the short term. It's not a safe practice if you want to stay long term, and that's something I refuse to do. So if you need to be ranked by tomorrow, don't ask me to do it, because it's a black hat strategy and you're going to pay the price long term. Now, probably again, the most important aspect of this entire package, you're going to get monthly reporting from me. All right, I want you to hold me accountable. The monthly reporting is going to have a number of statistics, including your ranking reports, traffic reports. This is not a guessing game. I track it all for you so you know exactly what's getting done and that it's actually working. And it's really hard to put everything on a video slide. You know, here it's ridiculously detailed, really thorough what my team goes through and gets it done. So basically, the nonstop patient formula, it does everything to keep your phone ringing month after month, all right? When the online space changes, like it just did, and it'll probably change again next month, we change with it. I make it so you never have to worry about keeping up with what's happening and what's changing. I follow people that are way smarter than me in this space, and they keep up with those changes, and I just reap the benefit from them. All right, so if you're saying, this is exactly what I need for my practice, if you want to get more new patients and dominate your area, then it's real simple. Click on the button below right now and get your part started. So, but I'm guessing as you look at that button, you're kind of thinking, well, how much am I going to have to invest in growing my practice here to get more new patients online? All right, sounds like a lot of stuff that you're doing for me, Jeff. What am I investing in here? It is a lot of stuff. It's labor intensive. So let's look at your investment. And this has been a major challenge for me over the years, coming up with some pricing that's right for you and it's right for me as well. All right, because I'm sure you have to understand, just like you want to make money, I need to make a profit if I'm going to be putting in the time here. No different than you setting your fees for your patients. I know you want to be fair, you want to be competitive, but you know what you're worth. All right, and I know what I'm worth, and I know what this is worth to you. So that's kind of how I've done it. But what I've done is so that even if the economy is a little bit rough on you, it's kind of knocked you down over the past few years, this is still going to fit your budget. All right. And really, if you think about this one way or the other, you can't afford not to put these strategies into place. All right. So you might as well get them done quickly and correctly so that you can start getting new patients sooner rather than later. All right. And then before I show you here, after I show you your investment, I want to show you a very special bonus that I have for you. I have never offered this before. This is the first time you're ever going to see this, all right? Now, in the past, I have charged $3,997 just for the setup fee for all the things that go with it. And then it's $2,497 per month for the program. Now, I realized that pricing is just fine for a doctor that is doing okay already. All right, they see a big return on investment here. But for the practice maybe struggling a little bit right now, that's a big stretch, all right? I don't even, some of them might not even have that much available on their credit card. So I did something really drastic. I completely eliminated the entire setup fee, all right? No worries about coming up with $4,000 just to get started. I also drastically slashed the monthly fee as well on that. I mean, is that fair? Because I want to make it so you have no choice, but you can get started today. You can buy into it now. All right. So today, your investment for the first month is only $1,497. Yeah, I told you it's pretty ridiculous. And after that, it's still only $1,497. All right. You probably only need one new patient and your monthly investment's covered. All right, the rest of your new patients that come from this are pure profit then. So that makes it very doable for every chiropractor on this training. And it also makes it really profitable for your practice. All right, you can do the math on the examples I showed you with my members that are getting 60 to 100 calls in a month. Their monthly investment is pretty cheap, isn't it? It's like non-existent for them. All right, so you can get started today for only $14.97. No big setup fee. It's $1,000 off of my normal monthly fee. Simply click on the button below. It's going to take you to a short order form. And from there, you're going to be up and running in about 5 to 7 business days. All right, my team gets after this. They're full-time for this. And you're going to be well on your way to dominating your competitors. All right. And I know if you get 10 to 15 new patients every month from this, you're going to be super happy. All right, because of the with chiropractic, when the average case fee is $1,500 plus, those are big numbers. That return is big. You're talking 10 to 15 times, all right? Now, like I promised here, let me tell you about this extremely. This is time sensitive. It's a limited bonus. I've never offered it before, but I made a big stink about how important your online reputation is, right? So I want to help you realize the benefits of reputation marketing for you and your practice. So I want to give you my entire reputation marketing suite, and I'm going to give it to you absolutely free. All right, but this is limited time. All right, this is the face of marketing, and I want to make sure you have it as a part of your nonstop patient formula. All right, this is a standalone product as well. So check out what's included in this. We manage, we build, and then we market your program. All right, when we manage your reputation, what we do is we manage the top online directories. We also then send an instant review alert so that when, let's say, Lisa leaves a 5-star review, we can send that to your staff to follow up to get a referral or simply just to thank them, all right? Now, when Lindsay leaves a 2-star review, we send that to your staff as well so that you can follow up with that right away and you can get that review turned hopefully into a 5-star review, all right? We also give you detailed reporting where we show you exactly when people leave reviews in the month, how your reputation is doing, what your score is on every single site. This is an amazing illustration of your entire online reputation. We also do a monthly analysis about how we market your reputation as well. So we're going to show you all the reviews we marketed, who saw those reviews, where those reviews were, no matter where someone goes online. They're going to see you as the industry leader, all right? They're going to see you as the chiropractor to go to. And then we also build you a custom patient feedback CRM. So you can see I took a screenshot here where you can log in, you can follow up with what's going on with your reputation. You can respond to people leaving reviews, to your feedback reviews. You can even send out review requests and surveys. So we just created this entire complete CRM that we build for you so you can manage your reputation and see exactly what's going on. But then there's the build, because we don't manage it. You don't make money managing your reputation. we go ahead and we build your reputation. It's the most powerful thing that a business can do, is building that reputation. So we build it. We have a training center that trains all your staff, because it's critical that your reviews and your reputation begins with your staff giving amazing customer service. All right, there's entire management groups that this is what they do, and we're going to include this for you. All right, so we're going to teach and train your staff on how to give not just great customer service, but also how to ask people to leave reviews for you and give you feedback. Then at the end of the training, we're going to actually quiz them, and then we'll send you the results of each staff's quiz so that you know what employees might need a little help in the right direction, and the ones that are really excited about helping you build your online reputation. We also create custom review and survey pages so that we can send out to your patients, right? We want them to leave the feedback and survey them, all right? So we're able to analyze then and send this out even on a monthly basis. We also build a custom print media center for where you can design business cards and flyers and brochures so that it's easy to get feedback from your patients no matter where they're at, all right? And we also build a custom review app for you that you can literally put into a tablet and then hand the tablet to any customer, any patient, whether you're on location, where you're off location. Ask them to leave feedback of how you actually did. How important is that? All right. The future of online marketing is being able to get instant feedback from your patients about the great service that you've done for them. All right. Maybe the struggle they experience, that's important too. And more importantly then, on the services that maybe they want more of from you. All right. So we're going to create that for you. And then a custom client sign-in page for you. This typically is going to replace any sign-in form that you might have on a clipboard on your front desk. When they sign in, automatically it's going to follow up with that customer 4, 6, or 8 hours later, and it's going to ask them to leave feedback. All right, so we've built an automatic system for your patient to sign in. Then we'll follow up with them after they've done business with you to see and give you instant feedback on how you're doing. And this is something you can manually do as well if you choose to follow up at different intervals. All right. Now, more importantly than that is about when we follow up with them getting reviews online. So we have a proprietary posting system. So when a 5-star review comes in, which hopefully you get lots of these, we automatically direct them to where you want the reviews to go. So if you want more reviews on Yelp, no problem. All right, we're going to forward them to Yelp to leave those reviews. You want more reviews on Google? No problem there either. All right, we're going to send them over to Google. Yellow Pages or dozens of other sites? No problem. We're going to send them there. You're going to get the reviews over there. So what we end up doing is we take the 5-star reviews, we actually forward them to that online directory for them to leave that review there. But when it's a less favorable review, then we send them to what's called a negative feedback page. So we can get more information on the struggle that they had, why they're mad at you, so that you can correct the issue right away. All right, this is the way that to literally filter out all the bad reviews that can potentially go online, and so that you can address them before they go public. All right. Now, after we've managed, we've built, it's time to market. And this is big time, all right? We market the reviews that come in to your staff. Your staff markets them on the website, on the social media. Beautiful images we use to put on places like Foursquare and Flickr, Pinterest. And then we even create videos of your reviews. So every single month, our video team will produce a video about one of your 5-star reviews to share with the world. And again, same thing, we're going to optimize it so that when someone searches for you, they'll see a 5-star review commercial about how amazing you are. All right, now as a matter of fact, let me show you an example on one of these right now.
We all appreciate great service. That's why we work so hard to give everyone the very best. And nothing is more rewarding than receiving a glowing review from someone we've made very happy with our service. Here's what they had to say. We're always thrilled to hear about a happy experience with our company. We work hard to deliver 5-star top-shelf services to each and every individual. It's great to receive positive feedback since it's a fantastic confirmation that our focus on quality really is the best approach. You shouldn't settle for anything but the best, and we would love the chance to show you why we receive such amazing reviews. We appreciate you stopping by and watching our video. We're happy to answer any questions you might have. We are only one call away from serving you.
So you can see here, we don't even have to come on location to your office. All you have to do is take an iPhone or an Android photo of your office, and our graphics and production team will produce a video for you every single month. And let me ask you, when you see that, what do you think a 60-second commercial with content graphics, animation, a professional spokesmodel, what do you think that would cost you to have produce one commercial? Yeah, most often what I get, $1,500, $2,000 to do that. So this is something we're doing for you. And this is how powerful reputation marketing is. And more importantly, how powerful our team is in helping every single one of our customers build an online reputation. So let me give you a case study of a feedback request campaign to show you how powerful this is with one of the customers here. In step one, obviously, they took their contacts, they added them to the CRM that we created. In step two, automatically adds them to the feedback campaign. All right, this is when we follow up with them on the feedback campaign that's follow up 1 hour, and then day 2, and then day 3, asking them if they would leave the feedback. All right, after leaving the feedback, we take them out of the campaign because you don't want to keep going after them, right? So it automatically adds them to that campaign, and then it basically smart routes them to the page that we want them to go to, all right, if it's to build your reputation. And then the negative feedback, if they give the negative feedback, just like I explained earlier, that it goes through. So you can see with the CRM that we're going to build for you, we can track in great detail all the analytics of every email that gets opened, it gets clicked, and each individual email campaign that you see with it. Taking a look there. And so here's the results. When a client of ours uploaded 20 contacts into the CRM, 14 of the emails were opened. The customers left 7 reviews, and 3 of them actually left then reviews online. Now, maybe the reason 4 of them didn't, they didn't have a Google, they didn't have a Yelp account, whatever the case may be. A lot of different reasons people don't go online then. But this was a short period of time. And so you can see here, we track the feedback of the reviews, people that actually visit the actual page in blue versus the feedback reviews. A lot of different things that we track here that is powerful for showing you what is going on with your reputation. All right, but that's powerful. 20 contacts got added in, 3 reviews online in 2 days, and 2 on Yelp, which one of the most difficult to get, and then 1 on Google. Now, results are going to vary depending on the quality of service you give and the relationship you have to the content. So, the reputation marketing strategy consists of training and following up with all of your staff. That's important. Developing a reputation strategy for you to get reviews fast, building your rapport, reputation, position you as a market leader. Like we said, we monitor, we alert you on all the reviews every single day that get left, and we build that custom mobile app, which is sweet. I mean, you get your own app. And that sign-in form for the follow-up and get reviews and feedback from your patients. We also develop professionally designed the survey and feedback pages, which I showed you as well. We create monthly online reputation and feedback analysis reports regarding your online reputation. And we also create professional review images, which we can syndicate on a daily basis and produce and syndicate that 60-second review commercial, which, like you said, $1,500, $2,000 on a normal basis. Each one of these every single month we're going to do for you. We can also post your, we also post your reviews on your website, blogs, Google+, your LinkedIn, Twitter. We create a custom feedback CRM, write up all the email campaigns. You don't have to touch a thing with this, all right? So pretty in-depth of what's going on there. And so let me ask you, when you just look at this, and this is just the bonus, folks, if you hired someone to do this for you, what would it cost you every month to hire someone in-house to do all this? Now, even if they knew how to do all this, what would it cost you to hire someone? Probably $2,500, $3,000, $5,000. Yeah, right. This program alone is $19.97 as a setup fee, and then it's $9.97 a month. That's the everyday price for the Reputation Marketing Program, and it's worth 10 times that much every month to your practice. And I'm going to include this for you absolutely free. So you can see why I'm so big on reputation and how in-depth this program is. Absolutely free for you when you join the Nonstop Formula program. All right, it's my gift to you so that 2016 is your best year in practice. That's like $13,000 in bonuses that you're going to get just for joining the Nonstop Patient Formula. But you got to get in on it right away. All right, this bonus, like I said, this is a standalone program that is $1,000 a month, and so it's not going to stick around long. All right. So if you want to get new patients from a virtual endorsement from Google, the button is below. If you want to elevate your practice with, like I showed you, $13,000 in reputation marketing, and if you want me to do all the work for you with my team, the Nonstop Patient Formula program, all for the small monthly investment of $14.97, click on the link below. Get started. All right. That's kind of all I got for you. If you have questions, you can email me at jeff@doctorswealthsecrets.com. You should have seen an email from me as well. You can give me a call. My number is 402-631-7731. Get a pencil. I'm going to say that again. 402-631-7731. I really hope you got a tremendous amount of value from this training. Like I said, it's transparent. It's straight through. It shows you exactly what you need to do. Just remember though, be in the 20%. Don't be one of the 80% that walks away and does nothing. All right. Either click the link below or get busy and put in the required time to get this done. I suggest you click on the link below. All right. We'll talk to you soon.